we're going to talk about how to get signups. Excuse me. We're going to talk about how to get your signups to upgrade in Easy1up. Okay. So once you guys get your free signups and everything, I see a lot of times you guys are posting about how to actually get, you know, people to upgrade, whether they're upgrading to the $25 level or the $2,000 level, you know, whatever the case may be. So let's talk about some of the ways that you can do that. And specifically, I'm going to tell you some of the ways that I've done that. Okay, because that's experience is one of the best teachers. Okay, and I say one of because you got to learn it at some point, right? So I'm going to tell you some ways that I've used and I've used effectively, and it's one of you know, these are some great ways that you can use because they have actually contributed to me being, you know, consistently on the leaderboards with Easy1up and having great success. So I'm going to give you some of those same ways that I myself have used and I'm currently using. So this is not outdated stuff that I'm about to tell you. Okay. Now, at some point, I'm going to share my screen with you because I may have to show you a couple things. But as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, so we can do this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to share it on a whiteboard first. Let me share it on a whiteboard. Okay. All right. Now, there's a few different areas that I use to market. Okay. I use solo ads, Facebook traffic, and YouTube traffic. Okay, well, these are the three ways that I have used. I put it that way. A couple of them I, you know, really focus on right now, but I'm going to give you the information for all three of those areas because those are the most popular that I've seen out there, you know, as far as people using to actually get leads and they wind up getting signups, you know, from those ways. So let's go ahead and talk about solo ads first. All right, because a lot of times we get into the opportunity and we want to start off, you know, kind of like on a fast track. So we'll be like, hey, what's the fastest way to get traffic, right? So we'll wind up getting some solo ads, okay, which is cool. So let's put some solo ads here. We'll put these as solo ads, right? So let's say the signups that you got, because you definitely have to, let me make sure you understand this. When you're deciding on what you want to do to get people, get your signups to actually upgrade, you have to consider the source, meaning you have to consider how did you first get those leads, you know, into your back office to begin with. That is crucial, okay? So when we're dealing with solo ads, some of the things that you want to consider as far as consider the source, right, is, and let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about this a little bit so you're not confused, okay? So it's consider the source, all right? And let's talk about quality of traffic, okay? The quality of traffic, all right? And what I mean by that is, yes, you know, you definitely can get some garbage traffic. All right. So, you know, if you get some garbage traffic, whereas it might have been a lot of bots, a lot of robots in there, you know, where you didn't get a lot of engagement from your emails and you actually check the open rates for your emails, right? You're actually checking the open rates and then you're finding out that a lot of people, hold on. Okay. And then you're finding out that a lot of people are not actually opening the email. They're not clicking in the email. Well, if they're not a lot of people are not opening the email, it might be bot traffic, right? And in that case, you're not going to be able to get those people to upgrade because they're not real people. Okay. So you definitely want to consider the source on that. Did you get quality traffic? So let's go ahead and let's assume that you did get some quality traffic from your solo ads. Okay. Now, one of the things you want to also consider is the type of traffic that this is, okay? Now, solo ad traffic is what is called cold traffic, all right? And you're gonna see why all of this is important in actually getting people to upgrade in Easy1up, okay? Cold traffic, basically what that means is the people pretty much have never heard of you before, right? They've heard of the person who sent out the email for you so that you can get the, you know, the actual click, right? The solo ad vendor, they've heard of the solo ad vendor, right? Because it's their list, but they haven't heard of you, right? So when the email comes through, the email sounds good to them. They click it and then they opt into your list, right? But, you know, now they're on your list and they're like, hey, well, Jonathan over here, the solo ad vendor, Jonathan, is the one who, you know, whose email I responded to, but now I'm on Susie's list, right? So they don't know Susie. So they're cold to you. They, you know, they don't know you yet, okay? So you got to understand when you don't know a person, you have to be kind of warmed up. It's like if you're dating someone or before you even dated someone, if you meet someone, right, and they might look interesting to you or sound interesting, right? You still don't know them, right? So you're not going to kind of pour your heart out to them, right, until you get warmed up. So that's what you want to do with solo ad traffic. You want to warm it up. So if that's the type of traffic that you're using, and people wind up, you know, getting a free account in Easy1up, right? They wind up getting a free account, you know, and sometimes people don't upgrade. A lot of times they don't upgrade right away. All right. So what do you do? What can you do to help that situation out? One thing is you want to keep in mind that when you're getting solo ads, a lot of times the only type of contact information you have about that sign up might be the email address at that time. That might be all that you have. Okay, not a problem. So you definitely want to focus on emailing them. Okay, so let's talk about this. All right, email them. Okay, consistently. All right, you want to email them consistently. Now with consistently, you know, there's different amounts of times that you may want to email them. Personally, my autoresponder sends out emails every day, and I send out an email blast, you know, so I recommend every day, but even if you do it every other day or, you know, 3 times a week, whatever the case may be, but just be consistent. Okay, but here's the important part. Being consistent, of course, is important, but here's the even more important part, guys. It's about what are you emailing? Okay, what are you emailing? They've said, hey, I, you know, got this free account because they're a sign up for you, but they just haven't paid, right? And you want to get them to upgrade, right? They say, hey, you know, I'm on your list, but now what do you say to them? Okay, so let's talk about that. What do you say? All right, let's go ahead and start another text block down here. Start another text block. Okay, let's talk about what to say. What to say in the email. Okay, let's talk about that. Say in, because that seems to be a lot of people's you know, weakness, if you will, you know, what to talk about. One of the things you want to keep in mind, and this is, once again, this is what I use. This is kind of the percentage, if you will, of what I use as far as the amount of sales versus value. What I found to work best, I'll put it that way. Okay, because I'm always tweaking my own email sequences as well. So what I found to work best is if, let's say for every, you know, 3 value emails, then you may put in 1 sales email. So I would say one sales or promotional, let's just say promotional, okay, email type, per 3 value emails, okay? And basically what that means is you don't want to bombard them with only saying, hey, join me, hey, Easy1up is great, join me, hey, get in there and, you know, and upgrade your account, hey, get in there and pay me. All of that type of emails is what you would consider like sales or promotional, right? So you don't want to send that all the time, okay? You want to kind of mix things up. And like I said, you want to do a lot more value emails than the sales promotional. And let me include in there, in the sales promotional, is proof pics. Okay, let me include that in there, okay? Because that's definitely something that you want to use, right? But once again, this is the kind of, you know, ratio that I use. It's 3 value emails, right, to 1 promo, you know, upgrade, hoorah, made $1,000 type email. That's what I found to work best. Okay. Now, you probably already know what a sales, promotional, and proof pick email is, right? Because you probably get a lot of them yourself. Now, I do want to touch on one part of this, which is the proof picks. Before we go into the value emails, because I know you're probably wondering, well, what do you mean by value emails, right? But that's okay. Check me out. Let's talk about the proof pics really quickly, so that way I can make sure that this is clear to everyone. When we're talking about the proof pics, a lot of times people get hung up on the fact that they themselves don't yet have proof. Okay, here's the real deal, guys. We all started without having proof. Okay, so we all started with 0 proof. So what do you do in that instance? Well, this is where hopefully you've done a little bit of preparation, right? And what I mean by that is preparation in that form of who, you know, what team did you join? Okay, what team did you join? Okay, because this is also one thing that I found is very key, right? You already know that starting out, you don't have your own proof, right? Well, then if you join a person, right, that doesn't have a team of people, then the only proof that you can really pull from is theirs. So if they didn't have proof, then you don't have any proof to use, right? Because the idea is you want to use your team's proof. Okay, so if you join someone, it doesn't matter if the person you joined is new, it doesn't matter. If that person is connected, right? If they're connected to a team, then you also are connected to a team, okay? So that's definitely a benefit, okay? So you want to use your team's proof. And let me specify, okay, that doesn't mean, let's say, Bob, right? And Bob's one of your team members, right? He's in your team, right? And Bob puts up a proof that he made a $100 sale. That doesn't mean that you take that proof, crop it out, right? Crop everything out, crop Bob's name out and all that stuff, and then say you made it, right? Or write on there, you know, using one of the apps that says, look what I made or something like that, right? That does not mean that. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? You know, don't take credit for someone else's proof, but this is what you do. You simply can take the screenshot of your team member's proof the way it is, you know, with their face in it, or if that's what their face is, and then you would reference it, say, hey, oh my gosh, you know, one of my teammates, Bob, you know, just started, you know, a week ago, and already he's having amazing results. Our team is wonderful. Look at what Bob did in less than, you know, 2 weeks or whatever. And then you'll put the picture, the screenshot of Bob's proof. So you gave Bob credit, right? You gave Bob credit. So now people are not going to call you a liar and say, well, man, you said that was your $100, and now I find out you never made a sale, you know? So you're being honest up front, and you're doing what is required as far as people do want to see proof. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of get that part out of the way so you guys understand what I mean by proof pics, so you're not lost on how to do that. But I'm pretty sure you understand the sales and promotional part because you get those all the time. All right, now, so let's talk about the value emails. Okay, let's talk about the value emails. Let's go ahead and create another text box down here, okay? And we're going to talk about the value emails, all right? Because this is crucial here. This is crucial info, all right? Now, with the value emails, you're going to have a combination of things that you're going to send it. And I'm going to give you some examples of things that I have used with success, okay? One of them is going to be a training, all right? A training that you do yourself. Okay, this one is highly targeted. All right, this one's highly targeted. It's highly effective. Excuse me. This one's highly effective when you do a training that you do yourself. Okay, let's say you send that training video. Okay, and once again, we're talking about sending that through email. Okay, so let's say you did a training on let's say how to get free leads on Facebook, right? And you did that training. It doesn't matter if you did it on YouTube, you did it on Facebook video, or you just, you know, did it on your cell phone, right? You made that training right there, right? And then what you do is you actually send that out in an email blast, right, to your email list, or put it on your email sequence, even better. You know, put it on your email sequence, right? So that way when they, you know, opt in and all that stuff, and they're on your list because they signed up for free, because remember, we're talking about getting people to upgrade, but this is the mentality, guys. If people see, right, that not only are, you know, is your team winning and you're winning, so they got the proof, right, and they do expect to get some sales and promotion in the email, but if they also see that you're providing some value as well, like, oh, wow, you know, I haven't even upgraded with Jonathan yet, you know, I haven't even paid $1 with Jonathan yet, and Jonathan is sending me this wonderful email telling me how I can get free leads on Facebook. So imagine if Jonathan's already telling me this free information, imagine what Jonathan has in store for me when I do upgrade to that, you know, $1,000 level, or $2,000 or $250 or $500 level. You know, this is the mentality, you know, of us as humans. We're looking for, you know, what resonates with us, what can help us. So you want to include some type of training that you do. This is an example, and this is something that I do, training that you do. That's one of the type of emails that you want to send out. Okay, now let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room, right? Before people say, well, how can I send out a training video and I didn't do one? I'm going to give you the honest answer. The honest answer is do one. I'm so serious, and that's the honest answer. Okay, learn something and make a video on it. Okay, you say, well, I don't know nothing. That's why you need to you know, invest in your marketing training so you can learn something, right? And then have something to share, because you do have to have value to give value, right? So definitely, you know, be a valuable person. Okay, definitely do that. Okay, so that's one way. And like I said, that training video is highly effective. All right, so what other type of ways do I use that are effective as well? Okay, here's one here. Sending out a free PLR, that's private label rights, and there's different sites that allow you to get free PLR material, and the free PLR material typically comes in like a free ebook or free download, and you can just Google free PLR. As I think one site is called PLR resale rights or something like that, I believe. You know, don't quote me on that, but it might be PLR resale rights or reseller or something like that. So just try that. Possibly, maybe. All right, but I know you can Google it, and there's places you can get those free ebooks that will actually allow you to give them away, because that's important. You don't want to just give stuff away that's not yours to give away. Okay, but those different PLR you know, downloads or ebooks are things that will give someone some type of information. So you want to give them something that's congruent, meaning it's relevant. Don't send them a PLR on how to lose weight and, you know, your business opportunity that they, you know, signed up for free is Easy1up. They might need to lose weight, but that's not what they signed up for, right? So you would send them a PLR having something to do with how to get leads, how to market, you know, how to brand themselves, how to get more engagement on Facebook, all that type of stuff, right? So that gives you an idea as well. That's a value email, okay? It's providing some value, you know, to the people who have signed up with you in Easy1up, but they haven't upgraded yet, right? So that's definitely one way right there. All right, so let's see another one that's really good, and I need to use more of this. I don't do it that much, but I know it's effective because it's effective on me, right? I get these emails occasionally, and they actually work and they actually take notice. But it's when you use webinars, pre-recorded. They'll have pre-recorded webinars, right? When you use webinars. All right, and the webinars will be, you know, teaching someone something, right, of whatever it is, but they'll be pre-recorded webinars and scheduled at a certain time, you know, so they're usually a little bit more lengthy than just a regular video, but they're highly effective. They work on me, and I don't fall for everything, right? They work on me, and they work really well. Okay, so that's something else that if you have created or, you know, have access to another webinar, like even if it's the company webinar, guys, you know, I'll say webinar, I'll say custom or company, and I'm going to tell you why I'm including the company webinar. Now I'm not sure if we have access to an Easy1up company webinar. I'm not 100% sure. I know we have something on the finance plan, but I'm not sure about the product. But I'm going to tell you why I'm including that, because there's another company I'm involved with, and it's actually one of Peter's companies, National Wealth Center. And the reason I mention it is because I noticed the company webinar, right, for it. Man, the thing is actually good. Like, seriously, it's actually good. I was like, oh, wow, didn't know that was there. You know, so that's why I'm mentioning even the company webinar. If we have a company webinar, and yeah, custom is spelled with no E right there. But yeah, even the company webinar, you know, if you take a look at it, it's good. I do know the video that Easy1up has that explains the product. I don't know if we can get that video by itself. I know it's on our funnel that we get for free. That I actually like that video. Honestly, the regular Easy1up video, I actually like that. So if you can get your hands on that, that would be good to send them to, just, you know, the webinar, not necessarily the whole funnel, but the webinar itself, because it does a very good job of explaining the opportunity of Easy1up and explaining the comp plan, you know, and maybe you've done videos on that you could put into a webinar as well. So using webinars as well to follow up on the email. All right. Also, here's something that you want to do on your emails that you send out to the people who have not upgraded. Okay. This is what you want to do. You want to, okay, you want to include contact information. All right. You want to include your contact information. Okay. Now, here's the deal, guys. When you're including your contact information, you know, include whatever it is, you know, that you want people to know about you business-wise. Okay. Now, some people, a lot of people, okay, a lot of people try to be incognito, right? They'll only have just that email address for a person to reach them on. Here's the deal, guys. If all you have is an email address for me to read, like, you know, the email that you keep sending to me, and that's all I have to reach you, but yet, you know, you want me to whip out, you know, my credit card and pay, even if it's $25, you know, and I don't really know you yet, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know if the program's going to work for me, you know, all that stuff. I'm kind of skeptical, you know, because a lot of people haven't started yet because they're still skeptical, right? If that's the case, guys, I'm not going to pay you any money if all I can do is reach out to your email, because everyone knows email takes a while, right, for someone to respond. Everybody knows that, right? So include information like your Facebook, you know, page link. You can include that in there. Okay. You can also include things like, and I'll tell you exactly what I do. I include my messenger link, right? So a person can directly click that and message me on Facebook, all right? But I also include my cell phone number that I use for texting purposes for my business, okay? I also include that, all right? Now, you can get, if you don't have a number that you use specifically for business, and you're like, hey, I don't want to use my personal number for personal reasons, you can grab you a business line. One of the companies that I use, you can find at perfectphonesolution.com, and I'll just put that here, perfectphonesolutions.com. Yeah, I think it's with an S. And I'm pretty sure that my spelling is right now. Okay, so, but anyhow, you can have them text you, say, hey, if you have any questions, text me. Let's talk about it. You can invite them to schedule a Zoom call. Okay, I use a lot of Zoom calls. Okay, so you can say invite to a Zoom call. Okay, you can do that as well. And Zoom is free, guys. Zoom is a free software you can use. So keep in mind, you want to include, I want to make sure you guys can see this on here. Make sure you guys can see all of this. I don't know. Hold on, I know. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, you want to make sure to include that information in there so they can reach out to you. Okay, so that is, my tips as far as getting people to upgrade in Easy1up when the source that you've used is solo ads. Now, we do have 2 other sources to talk about, but before we go into the next one, which is going to be Facebook, okay, because I am going from cold traffic to warm traffic to hot traffic. That's the order I'm going in. All right, but before I do, I'm gonna just check and see if we have any comments before we move on to the next section. So let me just check and see if we have any comments. There may be a delay on the comments. All right. Hey, what's going on, Dorota? Thanks for joining in. Hey, how's it going, Terry? Thanks for joining in. Okay, cool deal, cool deal. All right, cool. All right, so let's move on, guys. Let's move on. All right. Now, the next one that we're going to talk about is the Facebook traffic, because that is what I would consider the warm traffic there, the warm traffic. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way and let's start over. All right, let's start over. Okay, and text here. And let's see our color here. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about Facebook traffic. Okay, Facebook. All right, now once again, guys, you still want to consider the source. Okay, you still want to consider the source. All right, and this is what I mean by consider the source, guys. All right, if you're out there and you're advertising, all right, and you're putting out posts, and your posts say something like, hey, who wants to make $500 a week, comment below, or hey, who wants to turn a $25 investment into $1,000, comment below. If that's the message that you're putting out there, the advertisement that you're putting out there, then understand that is something that a whole bunch of other people are doing, right? A lot of people who don't know any better are doing that, right? So therefore, the type of quality of people that you have signing up in Easy1up are going to be what we call infopreneurs. People that go around just putting info all over the place, right? And they really have no intention of actually taking this new business opportunity seriously. So how that's going to affect you, meaning you'll have them on your list, right? And they sign up for a free account and they're never going to upgrade because the mentality they have is, so can I start free? Can I start free? Can I start free? I didn't make any money yet. What's going on, right? So consider the source of your type of advertising that you're doing. And what I recommend is actually marketing, because there's a difference. So let's say, if you have something more where you're putting out more value on your Facebook, okay? Because that's really what you want to do. You want to put out value. So let's get into that, all right? You want to put out value, all right, on your, it could be on your profile, it could be on your profile or your biz page, all right, whichever you decide that that's what you're doing, or your biz page, okay, for Facebook, all right, you want to put out value, all right. Now let's talk about, okay, let's talk about what do I mean by value, okay, and I want to make sure that you guys understand that the reason I'm talking about, actually posting, because you're probably thinking, well, they're already on my list, what does that matter? Here's the deal, guys. Once they get on your list, and if you're doing what I'm telling you to do, to send them emails that do include your contact information, like your Facebook links and this and that and the third, right? they definitely will, people definitely will check you out before they text you or before they call you or before they email you back. They will go and check you out at whatever links that you provided, right? And they'll go and see what are you posting on your Facebook wall. All right. So even though they're at the free level and you think you got them, no, you don't, right? They still have not committed to actually being on your team, even though they made that free account. Okay. So you want to continue to put out value on your profile as it relates to Facebook, on your profile, on your biz page. Okay. Is especially if that traffic came from Facebook, they want to see you continue, you know, what's going on, because they're looking to see, hey, is this really the person I want to align with? You know, is this really a real opportunity? They're thinking all of these different things, right? So you want to provide value on there, okay? Not just the typical stuff that says, hey, who wants to make $100 a day? Yeah, that doesn't work. All right. So now as it relates to value, all right. And once again, value can come in the form of like videos are best. All right. Video, it could be like a video training. It could be on mindset. Okay, it could be on mindset, you know, mindset, just talking about something that you've learned, you know, maybe 5 months ago, your mindset was this and it wasn't very positive, but now 5 months into it, your mindset is this and it's more positive, you know, kind of showing your transformation to help the other people, you know, the people who, you know, specifically have signed up in Easy1up that have not upgraded, but to help them kind of get the same positive mindset that you now have. Right, to help them get that transformation. And so now it's bringing them closer to you. It's connecting them more to you. So that way they're more likely to go ahead and upgrade because they're like, wow, okay, I got a free account, but now I see D providing more value mindset, or Jonathan providing more value and mindset. So now they're more apt to go ahead and upgrade with you. All right, another thing you want to do on Facebook, all right, now, because a lot of times, guys, especially if you're marketing on Facebook, right, a lot of times you'll actually recognize the name of the person who signed up on our free account. You'll recognize their name on Facebook. I've done this a lot. You know, I'm like, okay, Jill, right, just using a fictitious name, Jill, right, I saw she's a friend of my Facebook wall, right, she's a friend, and I see her sometimes posting, because sometimes I see her newsfeed, and I noticed that she has gotten a free account, but she has not upgraded. Okay, well, this is a specific strategy that you can do to help those people upgrade, or help give them a reason to upgrade with you. Okay, you can engage. Okay, engage on their posts. All right, engage on their posts. That means literally clicking, you know, you see that their name is someone who signed up with you in Easy1up, right? And you also notice that they also follow you on Facebook. Go to their Facebook profile and literally start engaging with them, you know, on their post, engaging. Like when they put up a post and they may be putting up something, you know, that just says, hey, everybody, good morning. Say good morning, right? You know, it can be something as simple as that, right? If they do put up a post that has a little bit more, you know, content or value to it or what have you, read it, right? If they may be saying some of the similar things that, you know, you align with, right? Read it. And don't just say good post, you know, be authentic with it. If it was a really good post and you know, point out some facts, say, hey, you know, I like puppies too. They may be talking about their puppy, you know, and if you like puppies, say, hey, Jill, I like puppies too. My favorite puppy is Tonto, whatever the case may be. But, you know, you said nothing about Easy1up, right? But they will see you engaging on their posts and they're going to feel a little bit closer to you, right? Because it's making it more real for them to join you versus join someone else. All right, because don't think that people don't have options just because they made a free account with you. Don't get stuck on that mindset thinking that, oh, well, they ain't going nowhere. No, people own their own business and they will go somewhere if they don't have a reason to go ahead and pay and upgrade with you. So keep that in mind, guys. All right. So you definitely want to be doing that on Facebook. Let's see what else I have about Facebook. Okay. And other than that, you also can use, now I don't use these specifically, okay, but they do work because they work on me, right? And what I'm talking about is messenger bots. Okay. All right. And these you can get on your biz page. You can actually get free messenger bots. You know, I know ManyChat is one of the providers, but I'm sure there's others, right? Now, the only bots that I personally use are the ones that actually like come with the Facebook page, where you can do like an automatic reply. That's free. It doesn't require any setup, you know, as far as like implementing anything else, right? It's really easy for me. But you can get a service like ManyChat, and they do have free levels for that, where you can create a whole sequence to follow up with people. Like I said, that works on me, right? So I know it works. So that's something you can also do with Facebook. And once again, it's all about understanding that the person who made that free account, it doesn't mean that's the last time they're going to connect with you, right? People will, even though they got that free account, even though they're getting your emails, even though they're now seeing your Facebook posts, right? They still will instant message you, right? And this happens to me. They'll instant message you and say, you know, whatever, you know, it could be a comment on a particular post that you made and say, hey, how does this work? You know, so even though you know, they probably saw a video of how it works, they didn't get a clear understanding. So they message you and say, hey, how does this work? Right. And you may have a messenger bot set up, you know, that maybe want to schedule a call with them or what have you. Right. So that's definitely something that's free that you can use that actually is highly effective. Okay, it's actually highly effective. So once again, it brings them close to you and gives them a reason to upgrade with you and go ahead and get a paid account with you. Okay. Now, let's see. And also, aside from that, all right, aside from that, guys, you want to continue, all right, the previous email tips. All right, continue the previous email tips. All right, and those are the email tips that we talked about before as it relates to solo ads, because that's going to be universal. You're going to continue your email marketing. Email marketing is just not dead. It's not. It's not. So it works, right? And it's always going to need to be working in the background. So everything I told you about doing the emails previously, about the value, about doing 3 value versus 1 sales, you know, type of promotion type of thing, you know, is still going to stand the same, you know, for any type of marketing that you're doing. So definitely with the Facebook marketing. The good thing about Facebook, guys, is that it is warm traffic. So because people get a chance to see you, see your flesh, you know, especially if you're doing videos like you're going live, you know, you're making posts, they do see your profile. So hopefully you have a presentable profile pic of you, not a profile pic of like a dog, and that is just a dog and not you, right? Because then they don't know who they're actually joining, and they'll be a little bit more hesitant to upgrade. But if they see you and they see you posting and engaging and everything like that, then they're more apt to upgrade. Now, here is a big one. Okay, here's a big one that is a don't do. A don't do this. Don't do. Okay, here's one that don't do. Okay, don't cold PM people, all right, out of the blue, right? Don't do, it doesn't work. Don't do that, right? It actually irritates people if you just out of the blue on Facebook, you just, you know, cold PMing people like, hey, I just wanted to share with you this awesome opportunity with Easy1up, and are you open to watching it? They didn't say they wanted any info from you. It's like, it's almost like invading someone's house almost. Like they didn't say inbox them on some stuff they didn't ask for. So don't do that. That's annoying to people, and it pretty much is a waste of energy if it's not a high conversion. You want to do things that have a high conversion rate. It doesn't matter if, oh, I did that and, you know, I got to sign up. How many times did you do it? If you had to do it like 500 times to get 1 sign up, that's not high converting. Okay, so you want to do things that are high converting, and that is not one to cold message people. Okay, so don't do that. Another one, don't do. Now I see some people teaching. I've seen some people teaching to do this, and I don't think they explained it really well. They'll tell you to kind of what do they say? Communicate with people in the inbox, or they say try to get to know them in the inbox. Okay, but this is what you don't want to do. And it's nothing wrong with trying to get to know people in the inbox, but I don't think they explained it properly, because this is what'll wind up happening. You'll wind up doing that fake intro. Okay, so don't do the fake intro, okay? And I'm going to tell you what I mean by the fake intro. Like you go into a person's, box, right? And it could be someone who signed up as a free account. Because remember, we're talking about Facebook. So you definitely may recognize that sign up, okay, on Facebook, right? But don't go running to their messenger and talking about, hey, how are you? Like what? Like what did you come in my inbox for? All you said was, hey, how are you? If you're going into a person's inbox, talk talk like you a person, talk like you have something to say. Don't talk like you just coming in to waste someone's time. And don't go in there, don't go in there throwing up on them. Hey, how are you? So what about that Easy1up stuff? Are you gonna upgrade today? Here's the link. What? No, don't do that. Right? Don't do that. Okay. If you decide that you want to reach out to someone, you can introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Jonathan, hey, I'm Jonathan. If you have a Facebook page, you can ask them, hey, if you have a Facebook page, let me know the link and I'll go ahead and like it. If, as you can see from my profile, I'm definitely an entrepreneur and looking forward to helping, everyone succeed, in their business. So reach out to me anytime. Take care. Right? So I didn't try and prompt them to, answer me before I talk to them, because I'm looking at you, you're up there waving. First of all, you waving, not saying nothing. And I'm looking at you like, so you're waving for what reason? And you say, hello, how are you? And you don't have anything else to say. And I don't know you. You don't have anything else to say. Because typically what happens when people just say, hello, how are you? And they leave it at that. Typically what happens is if you say, I'm good, then they want to come with a sales pitch. Like, what? All right, people, we caught on to that. So don't do that. We caught on to that. It doesn't work, right? So don't do the fake intros that you're only trying to make like you're trying to make a connection with them just to get them to sign up. People can sense that that's the only reason you came in the inbox was to try and make a connection, all right, with that fake stuff. And then 2 seconds later, it's like, yes, do you mind if I show you this awesome opportunity and blah, blah, blah. And then you drop your link. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work. All right, so definitely don't do that. Okay, now, so we've talked about some things on Facebook, how you can get people to upgrade, especially when you got your traffic from Facebook. You can just, find them on Facebook if you recognize them, but definitely regardless if you recognize them or not, because a lot of people you won't recognize, you want to continue to provide that value on Facebook and continue to connect with people on their pages or on their profiles, whatever they're posting on and what they're commenting on. And one other thing that you want to do, I forgot about this one, and this one works very well as well. All right, so you want to engage in the same groups. All right, you want to engage in the same groups that they're in. And what I mean by engage, I don't mean go in there and post, hey, who wants to join me in this group? Like, let's say if it's the Easy1up group, every once in a while something happens where somebody puts a post in the Easy1up group talking about join them. I don't understand that. I don't get it. But anyway, don't do that, right? But you can engage with people because they signed up, as a free member with you, and they're probably in an Easy1up group. You can engage with other people and they will see you engaging, meaning if someone asks a question and you know the answer, help them out with the answer. If they're, like, hey, I can't find this in my back office or whatever the case may be, and that's assuming that you do, know the answer or know how to get the answer, then, just help out with the answer. All of that is engaging because the people who joined you as a free member are still, still on the fence for whatever reason. They may say, I don't know if I want to commit to, a higher level with D Car Lady, or if I, don't like Easy1up altogether and I just want to, hightail and run, right? So you want to give them something to look at, right? Give them something positive to look at. Show you being a helper, right? Not you just emailing them saying, pay me, pay me, pay me, pay me. When you're going to pay, I'll help you pay. When you're going to pay, I'll help you pay. Nobody needs help paying, right? They know how to pay when they're ready to pay, right? They'll reach out to you if they're ready to pay. But, the things that they don't yet know is, if you're the right person that they want to align with, if you're the person that they want to upgrade to a higher level with. Okay, so you want to engage in the groups that they're in. Okay, and you can go to a person's profile as well and find out the in some of the profiles, you can go and find out what groups they're in. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in, you know, the BizOp group like Easy1up. It can be, they may be in another group, network marketing group, right? And then you want to go to that group and engage with people, because once again, you want to be seen, so that way they know what's in store. They know, okay, well, Jonathan is going over, is like everywhere. Every time I look, I see Jonathan, you know, commenting here or posting here something helpful or whatever the case may be, right? Then they're going to be seeing you all over the place. And then what's going to happen, you're going to get one of those autopilot sales. And I'm like, you know what? I made a decision. Easy1up is a good product. I've listened to what other people have said, and I've listened to my sponsor. I'm ready to commit to this, and I'm ready to commit to it with, you know, that person. Let's say if it's you and your name is Susie, I'm ready to commit to it with Susie. And all of a sudden you get a payment of $100, or you get a message that says, hey, you know, I'm interested in upgrading. I can't figure out which level or whatever the case may be, blah, blah, blah. Can you guide me? You know, and then boom, there's a sign up. And all you were doing was the stuff that you should be doing anyway, right? That is helping not just them to upgrade or helping to encourage them to upgrade, but helping all of your other free signups to upgrade. Okay. So before we go on to the next method of traffic, which is YouTube, and telling you guys how to use that type of traffic and getting people to upgrade, you know, an Easy1up, let me just check and make sure we don't have any comments. Now, I may be missing some of you guys' comments. That is quite possible. I'm not sure. All right. Hey, Deborah, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Okay, cool. All right. So now what we want to do, all right, let's talk about YouTube. And this is the last section of it. Let's talk about YouTube. All right, so let me erase some of this off here, okay? And we will put up here the section for YouTube, all right? Because remember, guys, we still are considering the source, okay? Considering the source that we get it from, okay? So that's why we're talking about each of these sources individually, okay? Now with YouTube, this is the hottest traffic, and this is based on my experience and based on the experience of other top earning marketers as well, all right? I'm not just talking about I took a consensus of a lot of people who haven't made any money. I'm talking about I've made money, right? And I'm talking about other people that I network with have made money, and our consensus is YouTube is the hottest area to get traffic, okay? So with that being said, okay, if you're marketing on YouTube, right, then, you know, possibly a lot of your signups will be on YouTube. So you definitely want to take a look at that area. What you want to do is you want to continue to put out daily value videos, okay? You want to continue to put out daily value videos. And what I mean by that is, all right, if they found your YouTube, obviously that means you have a YouTube channel, right? Okay, so cool. Continue doing the videos, same videos you were doing when they, you know, opted in and became a free member. Continue doing those videos, because they'll be seeing you. They probably have subscribed to your channel, right? Because they did make a free account. And now that they see it, they see that you're consistent, right? You're consistent, like, okay, it wasn't just a fluke. He or she didn't just put out one video, but they're putting out videos on a regular basis. Even if it's not daily, guys, it may be 3 times a week. That's still consistent if you're consistently doing it 3 times a week. You know, that's consistent. But if you put out like one video and then like they never see another video for like another 4 months, yeah, that was a failed attempt at trying to get them to upgrade, because they didn't get to see you doing anything else that they originally saw you doing. So definitely continue to put out, you know, consistent value on YouTube. Then what you want to do with that value, you want to put those value videos on your social media. All right. Now, what I mean by put those value videos on your social media, you know, because obviously if you're watching this right here, you're definitely on, you know, Facebook and YouTube, right? So therefore, you want to make sure those videos, they're already on YouTube, right? But you want to put those videos onto your Facebook account, you know, whether it be your Facebook page, you know, for your biz page, whether it be your profile, okay, or whether it be like if you're doing an instructional video, okay, if you're doing an instructional video, and then you can put that video inside of the actual group that it pertains to, if it's an instructional video. But if it's just a video about, hey, you know, Easy1up's the best, join me, and I'm the best too, like you didn't provide any value, then don't put it in that group, because they'll probably, you know, say that you spammed them. But if you add something of an instructional value saying, hey, you know, this is how you do something, right? Then it has more value, and then everybody's going to see it, including your free signups are going to see it as well. Say, hey, you know, Jonathan put up a couple of videos and that really helped out, you know, even though they haven't upgraded, they're saying, hey, I can see how that can really be helpful. So I definitely want to align myself with Jonathan. I definitely want to go ahead and upgrade with Jonathan, because now I see a clear way on how I can actually, you know, make this into a viable business, because Jonathan has showed me some things, you know, that actually make sense to me. Okay. So you definitely want to use those videos off of YouTube that you make, and put them out accordingly. If they are the value videos, put those out accordingly in the groups, because your free signups are going to be on social media as well. Okay, so now the next thing that you want to do is, okay, and this is a big one as well, on your YouTube videos, okay, all right, put your contact info. All right, now this can be like your messenger, because I definitely use messenger a lot on my YouTube. This can be your messenger, okay, where you put a link to your Facebook messenger that says, hey, you know, contact me on Facebook. You don't have to say anything extravagant, just contact me on Facebook, you know, so people will get a chance to see your video. And, you know, the people who have signed up with you in free accounts, right, they found you on YouTube, they'll have a chance to see your videos you're putting out, and they'll have a chance to see your contact information down there. You know, so maybe they're not getting the emails yet, or maybe they haven't opened them or whatever, but they're consistently seeing you on YouTube. They're like, you know what, let me go ahead and instant message Jonathan, or instant message D, or whatever the case may be, while the question is right there on my mind. Let me go ahead and ask them something. And boom, you got a connection, right? It's super, super, super simple to get a connection with people when you're marketing on YouTube. It really is, because people are right there looking at you right then. Okay, so you want to put that contact information in there. All right. Also, too, another thing you want to do with that video, because remember, you created a video on YouTube, right? And you shared it on your social media, right? Because the people who signed up with you in Easy1up, they're more times than not on your social media as well. But remember, the other part that you use on all of these strategies is the email marketing, right? So guess what you're going to do? You're going to email that value video. All right, you're going to email that value video. Okay, going to email that out to your list, so it's still part of your email sequence as well, right? So now you have the content and you're able to repurpose it, because you made it on YouTube, you put it out on your different areas in Facebook, and you emailed it out, you know, to your free signups. So now, even if they missed it on YouTube, they missed it on social media, they got an email. So you got 3 areas that possibly that they can see this, and they'll see it on a consistent basis. And once again, we're talking about the value emails. Remember, we had different ones. We had the value, and then we also had the ones that we put in all in the promo, sign with me, all that stuff, right? The value, and then all the other stuff. Okay. So remember, you're going to do 3 values for each one of the promo, sign up with me type of emails, right? So that is what you're going to do as far as your YouTube. Another thing that you're going to do as far as your YouTube, okay, and this is one that I actually have to do more of, okay, is you're going to ask, I had to capitalize that, ask, right, for engagement. And sometimes a lot of times I forget to do this, but it actually works, because it works on me, right? So you're going to actually ask for engagement, okay? And what I mean by that is, as you're doing your YouTube videos, you know, somewhere along the video, you're going to say, hey, you know, just like how I'll do on Facebook, I'll say, hey, put your, you know, put a number 1 if you can hear me in the comments, or I'll say, hey, where are you, you know, coming in from? You know, because I know they'll already hear me in YouTube, right? So I'll say, hey, tell me where you call in from, or hey, you know, if you find this value, you know, if this content is valuable, then let me know what number 2 in the comments. Or you say, hey, you know, let me know if there's other things that you want to hear about, you know, on my channel, and say, put it in the comments. Anything, ask them anything, you know, depending upon what you're talking about, ask them anything, and ask them to engage with you in the comments. And you'll be surprised how many people actually will engage if you just ask, right? You just ask. And the reason why that's important is because, once again, the people who have joined you and are the free signups, they haven't upgraded, that's going to get them, pull them even closer to you, because now they're being active, you know, they're actively engaging. Oh yeah, that's when the conversation starts to happen, right? They'll say something and then you have a chance to communicate with them, even though they didn't respond to your emails yet. They didn't respond to your Facebook post. Now they're right there watching you right then. You have their attention right then. You can go ahead and captivate it, and you'll have alerts that can come to your phone. If you have the YouTube app, you can have alerts that come to your phone that basically lets you know if someone has commented on your YouTube channel, and you can actually go ahead and respond in real time. So it's not even like it's a lag, unless you were sleeping, then that's fine. Okay. All right, so let me check the comments real quick because I had to refresh. Okay, what's going on, Alicia? I had to refresh. I didn't realize the comments were coming in. All right, how's it going, Alicia? Okay, cool. So we asked for it in the engagement. Okay, that's super crucial. Okay, now you want to okay, the next thing you want to do is the email sequence that we talked about before, okay? And once again, you will notice a commonality in all of this is the emails, all right? Emails, okay? Because no matter what marketing methods you're doing, you're always gonna be wanting to do the email marketing in the background. I don't care what you're doing, you're gonna wanna do that. That is like, when you consider cost versus, the outcome, you can reach however many people on your list. You get 100, 1,000, you can reach all them people with a blast of an email, and it costs you like, I don't even know, $1 a day, depending upon how much you pay for your autoresponder, right? Maybe $1 a day, right? Like, yeah, let me connect with leads for $1 a day. I'm doing it, right? So once again, with these emails, you're still going to follow the process, okay, of 3 value to every one, okay, promo or sales pitch, okay, whatever you want to call it. All right, you're going to still give that 3 value to 1, so you're still going to follow that sequence when it comes to the emails. All right, now we went over all 3. We went over the solo ads, we went over the warm traffic with Facebook, and went over the hot traffic with YouTube. Hopefully you guys have found some value to help you really dig in to start getting, your signups to upgrade in Easy1up. All right. And one thing I really want to impress upon you guys, right, with this is that what you're, sometimes when you look at things like the way I presented it, you're probably thinking, or some people are probably thinking, man, that's a lot of work. Oh my gosh, I gotta do all that, right? Yeah, literally, yeah, right? Unless you're content not having paid signups, or if you're content having like a couple $25 signups, and that's pretty much what you want, then fine, right? But this video is not for people who only want the bare minimum. It is to help whoever wants to maximize it to the fullest. Regardless of what level you're on, you want to maximize it. So yes, you are going to need to think along these levels of doing what others are not willing to do, right? And that's also one of the reasons too that you yourself want to position yourself as high as possible, so that way your efforts, when you start being rewarded, you have the ability to be rewarded greatly. Like if you're on the $25 level in Easy1up and you're taking these measures, you're going to get signups. Doing what I said to do, you're going to get signups, right? But that doesn't mean they're going to be signups for you. Meaning, if you're on the $25 level and these people, they're doing what you're saying to do, and they're joining at the 250 level or the 500 level, the 1,000, you missed all that. So yeah, you're gonna have some signups, but it might not all be, money for you. It'd be money for, your upline, right? So you want to position yourself, at the, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. The sweet spot is $1,000 level. I'm gonna just be honest with you. That is the sweet spot. That Vertex Pro level is the sweet spot. The majority of my signups, right? And I know, if Peter is watching this, right, he can confirm the majority of my signups are on the Vertex Pro level. The majority of them are. Whether they started out, as unpaid and I converted them over to paid, or they started out at, $25 or $100 and then they upgraded, but most of the people who are under me now are at the Vertex Pro level. So that is the sweet spot. So that's something that you want to work towards. All right. So hopefully you've enjoyed. Well, all right. Hopefully you found some value in this training, this Easy1up training. how to get your signups to upgrade in Easy1up. All right. If you have found some value, please do like the video, share the video. That way other people can, you know, be aware of this content and have success in their business as well. And definitely subscribe to my channel and hit that bell. All right. Crush that bell. All right. So that way you can be alerted to the very next time I have some content coming out, because I'm definitely bringing it to you guys every single week. All right. Bringing you the tips, tricks, tools, and the mindset to get you to the next level in your business. Even if you're a brand newbie, this is definitely the channel for you. Now, the very first link in the description is going to be the link. All right, if you have not taken a look at my #1 money-making opportunity online, then definitely go ahead, hit that first link in the description, and you will be able to see that and take a look at all of the very cool bonuses that I have to go along with it. That way, you do not have to worry about taking forever to get results, because when you join Team D Car Lady, I want you to get results as soon as possible, okay? So other than that, guys, you already know what we came to do. We're going to take this ride to the top, baby. All right, we out.